And today we're diving deep into Stephen Covey's life-changing book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. This isn't just another self-help summary. I'm going to show you exactly how to apply each habit with real examples and practical steps you can start using immediately. If you're new here, I break down the world's best personal development concepts into actionable strategies. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell because we post new life-changing content every week. Picture this. 2 people start at the same company on the same day. Same education, same background, same opportunities. 5 years later, one is promoted to management, while the other is still in the same position, wondering what went wrong. The difference? The promoted person unconsciously practiced these 7 habits, while the other person was stuck in reactive patterns. Stephen Covey studied successful people for decades and discovered that effectiveness isn't about techniques or quick fixes. It's about character-based habits that create lasting change. Let's break down each habit, and I'll show you exactly how to implement them. Habit number 1 is be proactive. And this is the foundation everything else builds on. Most people are reactive. They blame circumstances, other people, or bad luck for their problems. But highly effective people focus on what they can control, not what they can't. Here's a simple test. Listen to your language for one day. Do you say things like, I have to, if only, I can't because, or do you say, I choose to, I prefer, I will? Practical application. Replace I have to work late with I choose to work late to meet this deadline. Instead of my boss makes me angry, try I choose how I respond to my boss. Focus 80% of your energy on your circle of influence, what you can control, and only 20% on your circle of concern. The moment you start taking responsibility for your responses, your entire life begins to change. Habit 2 is begin, with the end in mind. This is about having a clear vision of your destination before you start the journey. Here's what most people do wrong. They climb the ladder of success only to realize it's leaning against the wrong wall. They achieve goals that don't actually matter to them. The funeral test. Imagine you're at your own funeral. What would you want people to say about you? How do you want to be remembered? This isn't morbid, it's clarifying. Most people never think about this until it's too late. Practical application. Write your personal mission statement. What are your core values and principles? For every major decision, ask, does this align with who I want to become? Set goals in all areas of life, physical, social, mental, and spiritual. I actually wrote my mission statement 3 years ago, and it's guided every major decision since. It's like having a GPS for your life decisions. Habit 3 is put first things first. This is where vision becomes reality through discipline and execution. Most people live in crisis mode, constantly putting out fires, but effective people spend most of their time in what Covey calls Quadrant 2, activities that are important but not urgent. The 4 quadrants. Quadrant 1, urgent and important, crises, emergencies. Quadrant 2, important but not urgent, prevention, planning, relationship building. Quadrant 3, urgent but not important, interruptions, some emails. Quadrant 4, neither urgent nor important, time wasters, mindless scrolling. Practical application. Schedule Quadrant 2 activities first. Exercise, learning, relationship building. Learn to say no to Quadrant 3 and 4 activities. Use time blocking instead of just to-do lists. Here's the game changer. Spend just 30 minutes each Sunday planning the upcoming week around your Quadrant 2 priorities. I've been doing this for 2 years, and it's eliminated 90% of my stress. Now we get to the interpersonal habits, starting with think win-win. This is the habit I promised would change how you handle relationships forever. Most people approach interactions with a scarcity mindset. If you win, I lose. But effective people look for solutions where everyone benefits. The 6 paradigms of human interaction. Win-win, both parties benefit. Win-lose, I win, you lose, competitive. Lose-win, I lose, you win, people-pleasing. Lose-lose, nobody wins, vengeful. Win, focus on your own win. No deal, sometimes it's better to walk away. Real example, last year, I had a client who wanted to pay less for my services. Instead of saying yes, lose-win, or no, win-lose, I offered a package with fewer services at the lower price point. Win-win, they got what they could afford. I maintained my rates and got a happy client who referred others. Practical application. Before any negotiation, ask, how can we both get what we want? Replace competitive thinking with collaborative thinking. Build relationships on trust, not transactions. Habit 5 is seek first to understand, then to be understood. This is the habit of empathetic communication. Most people listen with the intent to reply, not to understand. We're already formulating our response while the other person is still talking. This creates disconnection and misunderstanding. The biggest communication mistake, giving advice before understanding the problem. It's like a doctor prescribing medicine before diagnosing the illness. Empathetic listening levels. Ignoring, not really listening. Pretending. Yeah, right. Selective. Hearing only what you want to hear. Attentive. Paying attention to words. Empathetic. Listening with intent to understand. Practical application. Repeat back what you heard. So what I'm hearing is, listen for feelings, not just facts. Ask questions. Help me understand. Or what would be most helpful? Only give advice when specifically asked. I started practicing this with my family, and our relationship quality improved dramatically. When people feel understood, they're much more open to understanding you. Habit 6 is synergize. This is where 1 + 1 = 3 or more. It's about creating solutions that are better than what either person could create alone. Synergy happens when differences are valued and leveraged, not just tolerated. It requires high trust and cooperation. The synergy process. Define the problem or opportunity. Listen to all perspectives without judgment. Brainstorm creative alternatives. Find solutions that incorporate the best ideas. Real example. In my business, I partnered with someone whose strengths complemented my weaknesses. I'm good at content creation. They're excellent at operations. Together, we've built something neither of us could have achieved alone. Value differences instead of just tolerating them. Look for third alternatives in conflicts. Ask, what would a solution look like that's better than either of our ideas? Build diverse teams with complementary skills. The magic happens when you stop trying to clone yourself and start appreciating what others bring to the table. The final habit is sharpen the saw. This is about continuous renewal and improvement in 4 key areas of your life. Imagine a lumberjack who's been sawing for hours. The saw is dull, but he keeps sawing because he's too busy to stop and sharpen. That's most people's approach to life. Too busy to invest in themselves. The 4 dimensions of renewal. Physical, exercise, nutrition, rest. Mental, reading, learning, writing. Social, emotional, relationships, service to others. Spiritual, meditation, prayer, nature, music. Practical application. Schedule renewal activities like appointments. Aim for 1 hour daily across all 4 areas. Physical, 30 minutes of exercise. Mental, 15 minutes of reading. Social, quality time with loved ones. Spiritual, 15 minutes of meditation or reflection. I block out 6-7 a.m. every morning for renewal activities. It's the most important hour of my day because it affects everything else. Here's the truth. Knowing these habits isn't enough. You need to implement them systematically. Your 30-day challenge. Week 1. Focus on habits, 1 to 2. Be proactive. Begin with end in mind. Week 2. Add habit 3. Put first things first. Week 3. Practice habits, 4 to 5. Win-win, seek to understand. Week 4. Implement habits, 6-7. Synergize, sharpen the saw. Start with just 1 habit. Master it before moving to the next. Small, consistent changes create massive results over time. If this video added value to your life, smash that like button. It helps the algorithm show this content to others who need it. In the comments below, tell me, which habit resonates most with you? And what's one action you're going to take this week? I read every comment and love connecting with you. Subscribe if you want more content like this, and click the bell so you never miss a video that could change your life.